Now this is crazy. Christy, let us know what's going on with the Drake and Rick Ross beef.
Ooh, it is set the internet on fire.
Yeah.
So the there's a lot to it, and I think tomorrow we'll probably put out like the full video of all of the
Mm-hmm.
discs and stuff like that. But kind of just like to give a quick summary, there was a leaked Drake diss track, which also targeted Kendrick Lamar, Future, Weekend, a bunch of them, and Rick Ross. But it has set off a back and forth between Drake and Rick. The
Mm.
two have traded blows, which one of them was Rick Ross accusing Drake of getting a nose job and calling him BBL Drizzy.
Guys, we're doing the pre-show, y'all. I said, man, this is just too funny for all our people out there. This is just some quick, info on this. Continue, sis. Wow.
So then Drake dissed him back, and he titled it Push Ups, Drop and Give Me 50.
Hey, let's go. So,
And
go ahead.
yeah, so he took a lot of shots with him, and it's because of the big feud between The Weeknd, Rick Ross, Future, Kendrick Lamar, all against Drake, and it all really started over Ross unfollowing Drake on Instagram.
Man, them unfollows on IG hurt, don't they? Hey, but
I've had a few, but I've
yeah,
never like taken it this
many.
far.
Hey, Chrissy, you can read
Right.
we can read some lyrics in a minute, y'all. It's pretty interesting, pretty funny. But the point is, I said earlier, maybe this thing's kind of fabricated. I said nowadays I don't trust none of these celebrities, and maybe it's a way to get the sales up. Like Chrissy said, though, Rick Ross, in her opinions, washed up. You know what, y'all? I don't listen to none of this stuff. It's the same thing like when I deal with the Porcho or podcast with my boy, a Fooster Man. I don't sit here and listen to this music, but social media, sis, and people watching, it's made it to where you can follow these celebrities or people that make content or make music, whatever, right? And you can like you can kind of get to know them, right? Or you see the person behind the art or the content, and that's what's kind of to me is more interesting than the actual music. But go ahead, sis.
No, so I want to just like expound a little bit on what you said. Um, you go back all the way to the Tupac Biggie beef and all of that. It has sold. I mean, it keeps. Back then it was CDs and stuff like that. Now you're talking about streams, but it keeps those streams alive, and they're recording them so fast, like back to back disses. So um he after Ross deleted or unfollowed Drake said every song that made it on the chart he got from Drizzy. Then Ross quickly responded in his own diss track called Champagne Moments. And when the same thing that they've accused Drake of is using ghostwriters and getting cosmetic procedures, including a nose job. Um, and even
And a BBL.
somebody even said that Drake got a Brazilian butt lift,
Oh,
hence BBL
oh
Drizzy.
man,
And
this is
so
crazy.
like it is, but there
Millionaire.
really is like there's some vitriol words that they're saying to each other, and Drake shared a screenshot of the text
Millionaires
with
fighting, y'all.
with the
Wow.
yeah, he shared them to his mother on his Instagram story. So it's like he's bringing it his mom for backup.
And what he said his mom. Do you have that one pulled up? That's pretty fun. That's a pretty funny
I
one
don't
too.
have it,
Okay.
but he accused Ross of being angry and racist and stating that the diabetes drug commonly used for weight loss is making Ross loopy. I mean, they are
Oh, hey.
it's really like girl drama. Like those are the kind of things like you got a nose job, no, you got a boob job, no, but like
Yeah.
they're taking it like I don't
It,
know.
it,
But whenever we really get into it tomorrow on the
yeah.
longer video, it explains a lot more of that. I can't remember who it was. I'm thinking it was Kendrick Lamar was supposed to have signed to OVO, which is Drake's label, but went to a different label instead, which
Ooh.
kind of set off the whole beef. And but it's kind of like everybody against Drake right now, to be 100%
Well,
honest.
it's like Pocho said in our video yesterday that Drake is just, he's had a long run and he be bodying them. He did Meek Mill dirty, and they said that Meek Mill never recovered. And again, y'all, we don't even really care about rap, y'all. But once we started like digging into this story, it was very to us. I'm 40 already. It's a funny story, and I wanted to
Yeah,
dig into it. And then tomorrow, or when we do the video, I'm gonna pull up some of Rick Ross's stories, sis, and some of his content he's been posting. He's a pretty funny
it's
guy,
on.
sis. It's a pretty interesting beef right now that they have going, and I'm pretty sure they'll probably be popping champagne later when their streams, go up and they make a couple million off of this. But like I said,
Absolutely.
Rick Ross is he's a funny guy. Uh, Even 1090 Jake, he's like a YouTuber that kind of exposes people that are snitches, whatever. Posted a video of Rick Ross supposedly when he was a correctional officer, and
Uh-huh.
and Rick Ross kind of got caught in a lie, said he only did for like 2 or 4 months, and come to find out he was there for like 2 or 4 years. But like I said, like own it. If you work somewhere like
Exactly.
that, I'd own it because what I
I was
learned.
a corrections officer. Yep.
What's this? Well, what I learned back in the day is when they insult you, the sooner you own it, the sooner
That's
you
the
own
truth.
the sooner you own the insult, the less it stings, and then they'll move on from using that insult against you. So Rick
Well,
Ross
that's like
is
if
finally
you.
admitting that he was a
Okay.
correctional officer, but then he kind of lied and fibbed that it wasn't for that long. Go ahead.
Well, no, I was going to say it's kind of like the 8 Mile movie. Whenever Eminem disses himself at the end, like, what are you going to say about me here? Here's my whole story.
Hmm.
I am white trash,
Well,
and
you take their ammo from them. We already know that from social media.
absolutely,
That's social
yep.
media, 101 warfare there.
But they said that Ross has really been doing a lot of stuff on X, and
Ooh.
he's been daring Drake to respond, and hashtagged every post with pound hashtag BBL Drizzy. And then it says he told everybody.
Uh,
So then Ross tweeted, "Drop a response or tell the kids you don't respond." So yeah,
they said that
they're
he
they're really.
they said that Rick Ross talked about Drake like 60 times in his story. He says like this guy has we thought TDS was bad. He has a Drake syndrome here. What is it? TDS, and his
Yeah.
he's going crazy over Drake. But nonetheless, y'all, we're gonna get some more content on this, and post some some footage, and give a better expose. It's funny. Like I said, I'm a older man over here, just laughing at this stuff because sometimes it's cool to segue, take a break, laugh at what's going on. And one thing I want to say real quick, I said in the video with Pocho again, back to the video we did yesterday. Uh, Drake kind of made Ross eat some humble pie because he showed a picture of his mansion, sis, and he said, "Yeah, you're sandwiched in. That's on brand in parentheses or something like that." And he said, "He said you don't even own the lot next to you. You're like squished in there." And to be honest, he has a huge mansion. God bless America. What a great
Yeah.
country. Where someone like Rick Ross can be a millionaire. Anybody really can. You put your hard work into it. But the point is, he shows his property, sis, and it's huge. But I do
It's
see
massive.
I do see Drake's point that Rick Ross, it looks like he's sandwiched in. And I bet you that burned up Rick Ross, this guy's a millionaire. He's the boss and all this. He claims to be so rich. Yet Drake has a drone shot of his property, and it's kind of funny because they're both millionaires, bagging on each other, and it does look like Rick
Right.
Ross's property is sandwiched in. But at the same time, I mean, the guy's super rich. It's probably take you 10 minutes to walk from the front to the back. But the point is, this is just a petty millionaire beef that they got going. So it's all good for the hip hop sport, and I guess for entertainment. And we'll see where it leads. Hopefully, it doesn't go too brutal. But Rick Ross and Drake, I think they're just already superstar status, and maybe they're just bored. Go ahead.
No, I agree, and I just think I talked to you about this a little bit earlier. I think it's just big business. You know, we all know that drama and beef and
Hmm.
controversy sell, and but a lot of it's really funny. Whenever they're talking about, whenever you hear some of the
Say some of the lyrics.
the,
It says quote one of the songs.
here's some kind of things that they're saying to each other. So Drake took shots at Kendrick Lamar, making fun of him being short. He said, "How the f you big stepping with a size 7 men's on?" and,
Oh wow! Then what do I wear?
and then he
I'm
said,
a 9.5. Man, go ahead, sis.
"Yeah." He
Golly.
said, and then Drake said, "Your last one bricked. You're really not on shit."
Oh,
Um, he even invoked Taylor Swift, criticizing Lamar for pop collaborations. Um, but here the one that so here's how it all really kind of started though. So Dra- Drake, there was a collaboration kind of thing that came out with Drake and J. Cole first rapped in October 2023. It's called First Person Shooter, that Drake, Kendrick Lamar, and himself are the big three of modern rap.
Okay.
Kendrick, I guess, got upset about that and then did a diss track back saying, there's no big three, it's just big me.
Mm.
But then they really get into like some very vitriol words, and we'll do that when we do the expose. And um, yeah, and then it's even done like gone on to do a diss track, "We Don't Trust You," and then another diss track after that, "We Still Don't Trust You,"
Whoa.
and it just really yeah. I mean,
They
it's
just
like
nailing
it's
it in there.
it's huge. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
huge. Like they're really dropping a lot of stuff, but it's a lot to filter through. But that's kind of just what Drake and Rick are doing right
Hmm.
now, and it's hilarious whenever they're talking about nose jobs and do push-ups and what size shoe you wear. I'm like, wow.
It's just, and real quick, he did show footage of Drake saying the N word with the hard R, and people are kind of pissed. And it's an old footage of Drake. Let's be honest, y'all. Drake is kind of a funny character. He's like, I think, a Canadian. I'm not too sure. He's
He is Canadian,
he's
yeah.
Jewish. He's kind of like a square. And that's cool. He's not a thug. He never really claimed to be, but he's like a Mickey Mouser, right? Or she's from like Disney Channel, or I don't know. That's his background, and now he became a rapper. I think what's pretty interesting too is how they expose these people to have ghostwriters and rap. That's a big no no. But I'm gonna be honest, y'all. It's content at the end of the day. I wish I had me a writer, right, Chrissy? We're looking for content. This is the best we can do today. But the point is, I would like to have a team helping me out to make content. And if Drake can afford a ghostwriter to make a hit song and make a couple $1 million, I salute him. Final words
And
is go ahead.
they've done that in country for generations. Like had songwriters write like country songs and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the pop songs you hear, the performer didn't write themselves,
I mean, it's all show
but
business. But sis, the thing
yeah,
about rap is weird. They clown people that rap, they get old, right? You see like all these big groups, rock bands, pop singers or whatever, and they can still tour and make money off their music. But something about a rapper, they're washed up. Maybe it's because rap's a young guy's sport, but it's like rap has a whole different set of rules, and it's pretty interesting to say the least. But again, y'all, we're gonna be bringing y'all more info about this drama and beef because it's funny, it's interesting, and like I said, y'all, it's pretty wild and it's crazy. Go ahead, sis.
no, yeah, I just wanted to say we're gonna really like dig into this and get some
Mm-hmm.
more information out. But yeah, it's a lot. That we can talk. I want to talk a little bit about Drake's upbringing and all that tomorrow. Which he is Canadian, like you talked about.
Mm-hmm.
His mother is a Jew, and his father was African American. He was a drummer from Memphis,
Whoa.
and yeah, after they got divorced, after Drake's parents got divorced, they moved, or they remained in Toronto. Um, but his dad was drugged on for a number of years on drug related charges, and
Whoa.
Drake, 0 to 100 real quick. He even 0 to 100, that track has like this is towards his dad about like promising to come see him and never showing up. But yeah, yeah.
Okay. And like I said, we'll get a better expose tomorrow, y'all. We just wanted to drop this real quick, and it's pretty interesting to say the least. I'm pretty sure we'll have a lot of content to drop when we do the video because I mean it's wild. So we will have that tomorrow. Chrissy, thanks for your reporting, and we're out of
I
here.
just
Oh, go ahead.
I just want to say real quick, I want to know if your team BBL Drizzy or push up 50 Rick Ross.
Let's go later, y'all.